What's up guys and welcome back. My name is Jake Towell and this is my art series where I share with you guys some art pieces throughout my art career. And today we have the final illustration in my I Spy book, Robot, the Interdimensional Robber. If you haven't seen the last couple of episodes, I showcased all the illustration pieces in my I Spy book, and this is the last page that I have you seek and find artifacts throughout history. And this piece is super cool, and the final installment, again, showing you guys the illustrations in my book. You can see it in the book right there. Looks super cool, super clean. This piece is called Lost Medusa Village. I'm really excited to talk about this piece. I'm really excited for the next episode, which will be the breakdown of my book. I don't know how in depth I want to go in the book because I don't want to give any spoilers. I did share with you guys all the most important aspects and illustrations, which are these illustrations that I have you seek and find stuff in already in past videos, but the book itself just has so many more elements to them. Such a really cool story. So I'm really excited. So stay tuned for that episode where I'll break down my book. And this one is based around the theme of Greece. And so without further ado, let's get right into the sketch phase. All right, and here we have the sketch phase. Again, very solid line work here. Knew exactly what I wanted to do. You can see the artifacts that I'm hiding in green. Very well hidden in this piece. I think that besides the trident, it was pretty obvious the trident was there in front of your face, but the other ones are hidden pretty damn well. I wouldn't say it's the hardest piece, such as the Japan piece. I think that was one of the hardest, but it's definitely not one of the easiest either. But again, the line work, super clean, knew exactly what I wanted to do with it, and I'm pretty proud of it. So let's move right into the line work phase. All right, and here we have the line work. Super clean, absolutely full composition, very few to zero tangents in this one, and I fit everything in so nicely. Again, I was wrapping up this project in terms of just the illustrated pages, and at this point I was a veteran in making these pages, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and all the themes and ideas that I had in this piece kind of filled the composition pretty largely, so it was really easy to hide those artifacts, and overall the line work looks great. So without further ado, let's get into the fully rendered image. All right, here we have Lost Medusa Village, set in Greece, time period and theme. We have a lot of really cool stuff going on here. I guess starting at the bottom here, like I said last episode, I tried to make a ground, something stable within these crazy compositions that gave these items and artifacts and crazy looking creatures a basis to sit on. So here we have this like dirt floor, we have a little bit of grass, some coins down there, but it's housing this ancient Greece architecture. So I think that as a Greece theme fits very well, and it's also my favorite part of this piece as there's so many really cool things going on with it. So this is more or less Medusa itself, this building here. As you can see, we have all these snakes which resemble the snakes in the Egypt piece, which is the first piece in my series, and they're doing a lot of really crazy and cool stuff. Like this snake is coming up and around, he's actually getting burned by this flame here. You can see his like skeletal head, which is pretty cool. You got some snakes going down, getting pierced by that trident there, Poseidon's trident. Some hanging out, some going to the right side, getting stabbed by this crooked sword, going down and around and getting zapped by the lightning there, like a sharp lightning rod. Another snake hanging out there, another one there, one laying on the dirt at the bottom, one coming from the bottom, which is cool. Like who knows where he's even coming from. This other one's really cool too. So we have this like skeletal hand coming from this flame here, and you can see it kind of entered from the top, and it's holding on to this snake, which is pretty cool. We got a couple snakes going up and around and through this like eyeball section at the top and getting just triple skewered on Poseidon's trident, which just visually is really cool. But I really love this because it's you know, it's very Greece period themed architecture, and it's also a Medusa head with all the snakes, which is just really cool. Moving to the left, we have this vase or vase or whatever, which is one of the artifacts I have you find. We have a pillar with flames coming out of it. Of course, the flame has a mouth and a tongue wrapping around that artifact, which is pretty cool. Another ring going through it. But moving up from this flame, it's actually got this tube-like structure that's creating this smoke cloud monster. Again, every piece in this series, in my I Spy book, I created a ghost cloud monster in the theme of its place, and they're all different colors. So if you go back and see all the I Spy book illustrations illustration pieces. They all have clouds, and they're all monsters, and they're all different colors, which is pretty cool. And this cloud's actually wearing like a warrior's armor chest plate, which is really cool. He's got a mouth of his own and 2 eyes there. You can see the straps going up through the eye holes. And he actually has these like Minotaur-esque, you know, very relatable to the theme of the era, these Minotaur horns kind of wrapping around the top, wrapped with loops there. And it's going through this eyeball, which we'll get to in a second as well. But coming out of this cloud, we actually have one hand here. It's blue, and it's actually holding that crooked sword. And it's going through that eyeball into this other cloud monster. It looks like we had 2 on this piece. Up, down through the mouth, through that ring, and into that snake like what we were talking about before. Another hand coming out the bottom there, getting torched into bone, going into the flame, such as the snake head did here too. And that's actually the hand holding onto the snake like I was talking about before as well. Really cool interactive aspects in this one. Here's like a Grease warrior's helmet here. You can kind of see under the brain. He's also got his brain stuck in his helmet, I guess. This piece that they put on top of their helmet, and in that helmet's cracked open. It's got some eyeballs coming out of it, and that's what those horns are piercing out of. You can see this horn is broken on the top left, and there's the other broken piece going through the eyeball right there too. Moving down into this harp, an instrument used and played a lot in the theme of Greece in this time period. We have this really weird looking flesh creature. It could be wearing this helmet on the left here. It's got one of the artifacts inside. We have teeth, and I think this is a really cool aspect of the piece because I wanted the wires to be going in and out and through and past this weird little fleshy guy in the middle, and I think I successfully did that. Some is going in and out through, some are just going in and through, some is going through, not out, some are just going in through the teeth. There was a lot of dimension and depth here, and really a really fun part of the piece that I really enjoyed. Coming out of this lightning, you know, Zeus, all that type of garbage, are these 2 eyeballs, again, getting pierced by that horn. That falls all the way down to this other smoke monster where he's in blue. Pretty cool looking, got a mouth of his own. All the way down to the bottom of this electricity, it has another mouth, and there behind it is the last artifact and shield. Some coins on the ground as well. I think I already went over that. But that is Lost Medusa Village in the final page and illustration in my I Spy book, Robot the Interdimensional Robber. If you are interested in my I Spy book, link in the description down below is my link tree where you can find prints of this piece, prints of past pieces, prints of new pieces that I've been working on that I haven't made videos on. The book itself, like I already said, if you're already sold on the book, you can buy it there on Amazon. Again, stay tuned for next episode. It will be the breakdown on my book. Super, super excited. If you want to see the other breakdowns of the illustration pages in this series for my book, check out the last couple episodes. It would be the last 5 episodes, starting with the Egypt episode. I really, really appreciate you guys for watching and all the support. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below on something that you liked in the video that I didn't talk about, and consider subscribing if you like my art. I really appreciate you guys for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.